started. I'm going to share my screen with you. And we are going to start with a bit of vocabulary, like we usually do. I'm going to make this a bit bigger.
Oh, I was doing vocabulary just now.
Was you? Hopefully some of these words. Let's see. Okay, so what does the word archive mean?
If you archive, how do you say it?
Archive.
If you archive something, aren't you just getting rid of it?
You put in a group of things together, so it could be a group of papers. So if you put a group of papers together and put them in a folder, that's archiving them, putting them together, keeping them safe. Okay. Putting a group of things together. Here we go.
House is make your life easier.
Right, conceal. What does conceal mean?
Oh, you writ to hide.
You see that? I'm supposed to see it into after a minute. Okay, yes, to hide. Discord. What does discord mean?
Discord.
Have you heard that before?
I've heard of it quite a few times. Like if someone's on a Discord.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Okay, it's a disagreement.
I was thinking it like when I've heard it, people on like a Discord on like a meeting or something, like we're on it of them. Actually, what I've heard.
I've not heard it spoken about that. So a discord generally means a disagreement between two people.
Okay.
Okay. So fervid. Fervid. Heard that before?
No.
So that means passionate. Passionate. Ghoul.
I don't know if I've heard it or not. I have a feeling I...
So if somebody has gall, you might say, "Oh, you've got gall." You know what that means? So it means boldness without shame. So that means that you could speak to someone and be rude to them without feeling bad or worrying about their feelings at all. So if someone says, "Oh, do I look nice in this t-shirt?" You go, "No, it's horrible." You've hurt their feelings and you don't really care. But you would have gall. Okay. Inept.
I haven't heard of that one.
So that's when you are clumsy or incapable.
I'm quite inept sometimes.
Sometimes you could be described as inept if you're not capable of doing something.
I'm very clumsy.
So if someone says to you, "Oh, go upstairs and get this," someone might say, "Oh no, he's inept. He's not capable of getting up those stairs without falling down." Yeah, does that make sense?
Sometimes that's me. I'm not capable of getting up the stairs without down them multiple times.
Okay. So the next word is metal. So not like the material.
Metal.
But and it's not a common word that we use, but it means boldness or courage.
I so thought I heard of that before, though, in that way.
Yeah, so you might have heard it in a storybook describing a character. Okay, next one, placid. Is very calm and peaceful.
Sometimes my foot keeps down. Yeah, my feet are getting a bit hot. Retain.
Retain.
Don't think a word of that.
No, so it's to keep or hold on to. So the next one is trajectory. Have you heard that before?
No.
It's often referred to path or course of a moving object. We usually use it for a flying object. We might say the trajectory of a plane or the trajectory of a rocket or even the trajectory of a ball, throwing the ball in the air. So it's the path or the course that the object is following. So we'd use it a lot in science.
So when you aim, like to throw a ball, are you like sort of setting the
Trajectory.
Trajectory? Are you
Yes.
kind of like
Yeah, you are.
out in your mind when you aim?
As you aim the object, you're setting that trajectory path. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So for have you written these down on your worksheet?
Oh no.
No. Okay. So write them down. Then homework is to find the synonyms for each word. Okay.
Okay.
So find the right worksheet and then write them. Next, we're going to have a look at the comprehension Crystal Heart. So you can find that in your pack.
In my what? In
your pack in front of you, the pack that you've got, week 22 pack. So this is quite a short piece of reading, so it's only 3 paragraphs. So if you read those paragraphs and then we'll look at the questions together. We've got, this is a multiple choice comprehension, so we've just got to pick the right answer, okay? Okay, so read through the text. Let me know once you're finished.
I've read it.
Okay, so the first question asks us why was Mignon lonely? So have a look at the options and see if you can work out from the text why she was lonely.
If you're out of the way, I'm trying to empty these sausages into the bin.
But it's either C or D.
So have a look in the text in the first paragraph. It says her father kept her locked away at the top of the palace's tallest tower in order to keep her out of harm's way.
Oh no, it's B.
It's B, yes. So remember to go back to the text to check so that you can find your answer before you choose your
Something that she has, that she was bored of the same daily routine.
She may have been tired, but the question asked why she was lonely, not why she was tired.
Oh right, now read the question properly.
So make sure you read the question properly. It's very important. Otherwise we won't get the right answer. Okay, question 2. What does Min Yong usually do to pass the time in her tower? Remember, you've got this text on paper in your pack if you want to look at paper.
Is it? Yeah, I was just thinking like. Will I be able to see it on the screen, the answer?
Answers? Yes, I can make this. The text is there. So I'll repeat the question. What does Min Yong usually do to pass the time in her tower? Have we worked out what Min Yong does?
Oh, what does something
That Min Yong, what does she do to pass the time in her tower?
What does embroidering mean?
Embroidering means sewing.
Okay, that's so.
So yes, that's right. Well done. Okay. So the next question is on the next page. So you might be better off trying to find your text.
Is it in the big book you sent?
Yeah, it should be in pack 22, like week 22 stuff.
That's what I've got out here.
Is it not there?
There's a lot in just 22.
There's a lot in all of them, Noah. If you want to pass, you need to put the work in.
Yeah. This is a lot. Oh look, I found the archive one.
That's good.
So that means it's the one after that one. Oh, I've got some definitions and write and chat. There. No, it's all falling everywhere. Help, God. Help. Damn it. I think I've used up most of the lesson just copying down those spellings and finding this then. Ah, here it is. Yes, assessment test 4 it is.
Right.
There we go.
So let's. So you've got the text now in front of you, and the questions up on the screen. So number 3. What is Min Yong's father like? So with a question like this, what we need to do first of all is decide whether Mingyong's father is positive or negative. If he's negative, then we can take out the positive answers, and if he is positive, then we can take out the negative answers. So what
Isn't he
is
protective?
he is protective.
Power.
He's protective. Excellent. So we know he's positive. So automatically we can take out arrogant, resentful and cruel. And then we can look at whether he's proud or protective. So he is protective. So that's the right answer there. Okay. So let's look at number 4. Which one of these things is not mentioned in the story? So you need to go through the text and cross off the ones that you know come up, and it should leave you with one answer.
I know fire came up because
Fire-
it's a flame.
That's right, fire did come up, so we can cross that one out.
Water because it's a river.
Good.
Then there's a golden boat.
Good.
Then doesn't the singer say something about moonlight or something?
It
Moonlight.
does, yes. So we can cross moonlight. So that leaves us with sunlight. Excellent. So that's the way to tackle that question and get the right answer. Fantastic. Right, number 5. How does the music make Mingyong feel? How does she feel?
I think it would make you feel lonely.
You think it makes her feel lonely? You think it makes her feel negative or positive?
Positive because they might have come to rescue her or something.
Positive, yeah. So we can cross out A, B, and E. And now that leaves us with B and C, and we just need to work out which one she feels.
I don't think it would be powerful and strong. I think it'd be wishful and
Enthralled. Yes, that's right. Wishful and enthralled. Well done. Good. So let's look at number 6. Why was the man on the boat? What was the purpose of him being on the boat?
Fishing in the river because it said he had a net.
Yeah, fishing in the river. Excellent. Number 7. Why does Mingyong lean as far out of the window as she can?
To see out mostly.
To see out. That's not one of our answers, though, is it?
Oh yeah.
So what is she looking at? Keep reading after she is leaning out to see what she's leaning out for.
Oh, to catch the sight of the singer.
Excellent. So which is the answer?
C.
C. Then number 8. Which of these words describes how Mingyong feels at the end of the passage? So we can't use positive and negative here because there isn't a positive or negative difference between these words. So we need to think about how she's feeling. So infatuated and besotted, really similar words. So we can count those as one, in effect. Do we think she's infatuated or besotted, the singer?
Well, if they both mean the same thing, it means that none of that they can't be the answer, because that means there'd be two answers.
That's right. Well done. Good. So now let's look at the others. How does she feel at the end of the passage? Is she optimistic? Is she hopeful for the future? Is she relieved? So if something happened and she's happy it's over, or is she feeling emotional?
Emotional.
Is she feeling emotional?
Perhaps he was the Mandarin's son in disguise, the man she was destined to marry.
So the word destined tells us that she's hopeful and she's wishing. So the answer here would be optimistic.
Okay, I probably didn't choose that one because I don't even know what that means.
It means hopeful for the future. Okay,
Yeah.
if you were listening, you would have heard me say that when I was going through the options. Okay, so make sure you're concentrating.
All right.
Okay, that's all right. So, number 9. Which of these words is closest in meaning to forlorn, which you'll find in line 2?
Oh. Maybe number C.
Letter C, not number C.
Number C. Oh my God, I always say number because I'm used to doing number 1, number 2, number 3.
That's okay. But yes, C is the right answer, so that's good. Number 10. What is meant by the phrase "she felt as if she was floating on air" in line 15? So floating on air is an idiom. So if we interpret it directly, it's not going to have the same meaning as it does mean. So what do you think floating on air means as a saying?
What does carefree mean?
Carefree.
Oh, air-free. It's hard to say.
You have got the questions in front of you, but yeah. So she was carefree. She was in love. She couldn't believe what was happening. She felt joyful. She felt lightheaded.
Maybe B or C.
Maybe B or C. Okay, so which one?
Maybe B.
B, good. That is the right answer. Well done. 11. Just going to make this a little bit bigger for you to see.
Oh yeah, that's done.
What is meant by the phrase "man she was destined to marry"?
B.
Good.
Oh my God.
Number 12. Like a flickering candle flame draws the unwary moth. What technique is used here?
Isn't that a simile?
It is a simile. Well done. Yes, good. What type of word is unwary in line 12? So line 12 is written here, isn't it? Like a flickering candle flame draws the unwary moth. So what does the word unwary mean? Oh, sorry, what type of word is unwary? So is it an adjective, an adverb, a noun, a verb, or a pronoun?
Would be an adverb because it's describing how it's doing it. It's doing.
No, it's describing the moth, which is the noun, so it would be an adjective. Okay.
Oh, would that be unwarily?
Unwarily would be an adverb, yes.
Usually
So-
have ly on the end of not.
Last one. She glimpsed the tiny figure of a man standing on the prow. So that's lines 14 to 15. Which of these words is a verb?
Verb. Glimpsed.
Good, yes. Well done. You did very well with those.
I didn't actually look at the choices. I just looked at the sentence. I just realised.
That's good. Right. So as part of your homework, you've got an extract and there's a piece of writing at the end of it. Okay. So I'd like you to do that for homework.
I went through at least like 3 of those assessments. Oh yeah, I went through exactly 3 because this is assessment test 4.
Okay. Let's have a look at this non-verbal reasoning. So I'm going to make this a bit bigger. You have got these in your pack. So everything I have up on the screen, you've got in your pack. Okay.
So I might end up doing this again.
If you did it along with me, you wouldn't have to do it again.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So if you find the worksheets as we're doing them,
I'll just quickly write something down on ones we're doing. Like you said, with those things, only do the synonyms, non-meeting.
yeah.
That was fun.
We're going to start with the rotating 3D shapes. We're going to look at the warm-up at the top of the page. How many of the figures below contain a block inside the square? So you can see the block inside the square. How many of those shapes does that block contain? So we want a number.
Does it all have to be in like the same lines?
Well, you can rotate the block.
Like with the first one to the left, that one's got a long brick and 1 brick, but will that still count?
No.
So it has to be the same brick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, the one right to the right of that has that.
It does, yes.
The one to the right of that does not. It's too long, isn't that?
That's right.
That one doesn't. Oh, I think the one on the very right does.
That's right. So how many blocks did you manage to find it in?
2.
2. Perfect. That's our answer.
I think
Just
the
what-
last one was the hardest to say.
You just write 2 your line there. Okay.
Did I write down? I've circled the ones that are.
For each pair of figures, say whether they are the same or different, apart from rotation. So you can move them around, but they need to be the same shape. So I need you to write whether they're the same or different. You can put S or D.
Okay.
Okay.
A is different.
Is the same, Noah.
What? No.
Yes, if you turned it round, it would be the same.
No, I need to show you why. Because there's the lines that aren't there on the other one.
Yeah, if this line here
See them.
is underneath here.
It's oh, I didn't know that they turned it that way round.
You can turn it
I
any way
think
by
it's
rotating it.
High up.
So
as well.
yeah, okay. So make sure that you you can turn it 360 degrees. So you need to make sure that in your mind you're turning it around, okay? And to question 2.
Damn, I lost like 10 minutes.
Okay, let's have a look at B. So we decided that this was the same. Let's have a look at B. Is that the same or is that different?
I'm just going full screen now. That is different because on the first shape, there's only one bit sticking out and that's in the middle, but on this shape it's on the end and you can't see it anywhere else.
Right, it is different. Good. So we're going to mark that with a B.
Right, where is it, her? Right, the second one. What did I just click on? Oh, that. I need. I'll just my mouse.
Let's look at the last one.
Right, let's see.
If that's the same or different.
It's the same.
It is the same.
It's
Excellent.
been tilted to the left.
So we're going to mark that with an S.
That was actually quite an easy one, that last one.
Excellent. Right. So we are going to try and squeeze in question 3 and 4, which is at the bottom of the page. So we want to work out which set of blocks can be put together to make the 3D shape on the left-hand side. So we're going to decide A, B, C or D for each question.
A.
No.
Or B.
Have a look at the shape on the left, Noah.
Yeah.
And see which ones these can go into.
A. Why did I think it was A?
I don't know.
Too long.
What do you think it might be?
I think it's B.
It is B. That's good. Well done. Now let's look at number 4. So look at your shape first and then look at the options.
I think I just got confused. Okay, see every single little line. Look, that one's there, sneaky one. So I need a long, medium. So it would be B again.
It would be B again. Excellent. Good. Well done. We're going to try and squeeze a couple more questions in.
I still haven't heard sirens.
You haven't? Right, let's have a look at number 5 at the top of the page. So this is part of the same set of questions. So we've got a shape here on the left and we want to choose what bricks could make it.
So if you look at each big from directly above, is it that one?
So can you see what's on the screen? It should be page 19. Can you see?
I've got something different for my next page. Let's see. 18. Ah, here it is. Yeah, there. I've got that.
Okay.
Okay, we're doing some more of that, are we?
Yeah, so look at the shape on the left and see which bricks can make that. A, B, C or D?
I think it's A.
It is A. Good. Well done.
Because you've got a long one, then the short one in front.
Yeah. So this time we're going to work out which 3D shape in the grey box has been rotated to make the new 3D figure. So we're looking at 6, 7, 8 and 9 and we've got the same letters, so A, B, C, D. So which of these has been rotated to make these shapes?
Okay. Well, number 6 is A.
That's right.
Number 3 is C. No, 7 is C.
7 is C, that's right.
Um, 8 is D.
That's right.
Then that must mean that it's B that 9 has.
That's it. Well done. Excellent. Okay. The remaining work in your work pack is homework. I know it seems like a lot, but I just want you to do everything you can. Okay, and upload all of your homework to Seesaw for me to mark.
So with these week things, do I just do as much as I can?
Yeah, so just do the work out of week 22, upload it to Seesaw. Then next week will be week 23. And then the week after will be week 24. I know that next week is half term. We're still going to have a lesson, okay? Okay, I'll see you next week, all right?
Okay.
Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.